So this is my lesson plan. Um, I chose sixth grade. I will be doing soccer. The lesson content. The main focus of the lesson is to slowly build up the students' confidence in passing a soccer ball with accuracy and then having them understand the concept of what to do in a 2v1 situation so that they know what to do in a 2v1 situation during the game. I want to build their confidence slowly. And the assessment measuring learning objectives. For psychomotor, I will be doing a checklist, cognitive, a 3-question quiz, affective, student self-evaluation, kind of like what I did last time for lesson plan number 1 in this class. The standards. So for psychomotor, I chose 1.3, strike an object consistently using a body part so that the object travels in the intended direction at the desired height. For cognitive, I chose 2.9, identify opportunities to pass or dribble while being guarded. Affective, I chose 5.1, participate productively in group physical activities. For the domain, so for cognitive, we'll have a 3 to 5 question quiz where the students will have to draw what they should do in certain situations and answer 2 questions. Right here, I just explained sort of what the questions are going to be that I will show down below. For psychomotor, the student should be able to demonstrate how to pass the ball on the ground to a teammate, how to properly shoot the ball to goal, and how to kick the ball up in the air from the ground. And they must demonstrate knowledge of the technique. I will be using a checklist to assess the psychomotor. For affective, I will have the student do a self-evaluation assessment, and it will ask questions about like how they felt during the activities that we did, and yeah, so I will create a self-evaluation sheet. Now for the equipment, I will need soccer balls, cones, and goals. Now into the activities. My first activity will take 10 minutes, 1v1 drill, where first in the exercise I will have a player 1 dribble towards a defender, so kind of like a 1v1, and player 1 will be dribbling up to the defender because the defender will be player 2, and they will dribble up and pass the ball to the side and just kind of get used to practicing getting close to a defender and releasing the ball. The point is for the attacker to realize when they're approaching the defender and release the ball. Yeah, just kind of what I said. Now the synergy for this activity is for cognitive. The goal is for the student to start thinking about what to do when they are approaching a defender. So just to get them to have them start thinking about what they will do, and that will help them in the game. And for effective, the goal is to put effort to get better and learn from their mistakes. So I mean, they're going to make mistakes, but it's important, just like in the game. If you make mistakes, you need to try to learn from them and keep going. You can't give up. For psychomotor, demonstrating that they understand the drill by doing the task effectively and consistently, and constantly be passing the ball before they approach the defender. This will help prepare the students for the team game because they will be practicing their craft on how to pass the ball. For the second exercise, 15 minutes, a long ball drill. This exercise I will have sort of 15 yards apart, a 5x5 square where the players will just be practicing kicking long balls, trying to get the ball up in the air and trying to be accurate. For cognitive, this will allow for the students to work on their long kicks. Repetition after repetition should help them practice this, and this should transfer to the game because in the game sometimes you need to do long balls and long passes. So, and for effective, the student will show willingness to get better at kicking the ball from the ground in the air, and like the others, you will be making mistakes, and just like in the game, this will allow you to think about your mistakes and just be positive about it. You can't just give up during a game. You have to keep trying. For psychomotor, trying to pass the ball inside the square and working on the accuracy will substitute having a defender in this drill. So a player will have many opportunities to practice the long kicks. This will help the student during the game because it will have prepare them to be to do accurate passes. And for the third activity, I will be doing a 2v1 small-sided game. So the first one was a 1v1, then we moved into practicing long balls. Now this one's a 2v1, slowly progressing. I will have a 2v1 drill where there will be two attacking players with possession of the ball and one defender who will be trying to take the ball away from the attackers. I will also add a goal so that the students can work on their long shot and passing. The goal is for the two attackers to constantly be moving, creating space. And so for cognitive, this will allow the students to work on what they should do in a 2v1 situation while having a defender applying pressure. They should notice when a defender is coming towards them and should realize that it's time to pass the ball to your open teammate. And this will also transfer to a game-like situation. There are 2v1 situations in soccer games all the time, and it's important for them to realize that once we get into the game. So this is just practicing that and trying to get them to start thinking about those moments during the game. For effective, the student should show willingness to learn after making mistakes. They should also try to enjoy, have fun. Scoring goals is usually fun. So for psychomotor, players should be focused on accurately passing the ball to their teammate after the player without the pressure that the defender receives it. They should show how to properly kick a ball using either the pass or the long shot technique, whatever we've worked on. And again, that will transfer to the games. We do that a lot in soccer games, so having them practice and learn is really important. For activity 4 is the full game, full soccer game. Obviously, depending on how many numbers we have in the class, if we can have an 11v11, we would, and if not, we'd shorten it, but try to make it as real as possible. For cognitive, students should realize when they're in a 2v1 situation during the game and execute what we've been working on. So everything we've been working on should be shown during the game, or at least try to show me that they're trying to do 2v1s or practice their long balls and be accurate in their passes. For effective, students should show willingness to try and do what we've been learning. So I want them to be trying to implement everything that we've been learning into the game. For psychomotor, the players should focus on accurately passing the ball to their teammates in all types of situations during the game. For the review, the 50-minute obviously would be done. Pick up all the equipment, bring it in. Students will bring it in and we'll have a quick recap. I'll ask a few questions, try to get them thinking about what we just learned. This will allow for the students to recognize everything we've worked on and use the experience acquired for the following games. For the psychomotor assessment, again, I will be doing a checklist similar to my last one. Properly strike a ball on the ground, kick a soccer ball in the air, constantly pass an accurate ball to a teammate, constantly shoot the goal with accuracy. In my cognitive, I will do a 3-question quiz. So this first one, draw a scenario where you would pass the ball to a teammate in a 2v1 situation. So right here, I just literally want them to draw stick figures. I have it right here. Use stick figures, arrows, and circle the soccer ball, just showing me what they would do in a 2v1 situation. What should the extra player in a 2v1 situation be looking to do? The highlighted are the right answers. And then for my effective assessment, similar to what I did in my first lesson, just have them do a self-evaluation. I think these are great, and that's it.